It began like any other evening. Mika and Aya were scrolling through online forum posts, sipping tea in Aya's small apartment. One message caught their attention.
Someone says they saw a single foot, just one, moving inside the old warehouse near the river.
1 foot? Are they joking, or is it really something strange?
Only one way to find out carefully.
They packed their gear. Flashlights, camera, audio recorder. Batteries were checked, tripod set. The task seemed simple, but a small knot of unease settled in their stomachs.
Last time we chased something in the old school, I almost fainted. This time, let's just observe first.
Stick together, camera rolling. Don't imagine things, hopefully.
Hours later, they arrived at the warehouse. From outside, it looked abandoned but imposing. Rusted, corrugated walls, broken windows, and crates scattered across the yard. The single light from a distant street lamp barely touched the entrance.
Do you see that behind the crates?
Yeah, a movement. Something small, red. Could it be the foot they mentioned?
The girls carefully approached. Shadows shifted, crates creaked. For a moment, they thought it might be a ghost. The foot moved strangely, and the faint outline of a small red object flickered in the corner of the camera.
Camera on, steady. Let's see if it moves again.
Don't get too close. If it's real, we need proof, not trouble.
Despite their nerves, they backed away carefully, retreating from the shadowy corner. Later, at home, they reviewed the footage, and what had seemed like a ghost in the moment now appeared clearly. A tiny figure, with a red umbrella and a single visible foot.
That's not a ghost. Look at it closely.
It's some kind of little creature? Maybe folklore we need to check.
What they had stumbled upon was no ordinary spirit. With the footage in hand, the investigation would continue, unraveling a story rooted deep in old Japanese folklore. The next morning, Mika and Aya returned home, exhausted but curious. Before reviewing their footage, they decided to check local news and forums. Maybe someone had reported something unusual near the warehouse.
Wait, Mika, look at this article.
Abandoned warehouse near river body discovered apparent homicide investigation ongoing.
The article described a murder scene, a victim found near crates in the old warehouse. The timestamp coincided almost exactly with where they had been filming.
So the thing we saw, could it have been a person?
No, the footage, it's tiny red umbrella, definitely not human, but someone else could be dangerous.
The girls' minds raced. The harmless red figure, what they had initially thought was a ghost, now seemed innocent compared to the real threat lurking in the warehouse. Knowledge, not fear, became their first weapon.
We need to study the footage carefully, and maybe check folklore. If this red figure is what I think, it's probably harmless. But the news, someone could be watching, or worse, still inside the warehouse.
Then we prepare properly. No surprises next time.
The harmless spirit of folklore revealed itself on screen, but the shadow of human violence cast a far darker presence. Mika and Aya knew their next visit would need caution, observation, and careful planning. The next night, Mika and Aya returned near the abandoned warehouse. Police tape flapped in the cold wind, marking the area off limits. From a slight hill nearby, they had a vantage point, high enough to stay unseen, low enough to catch movements inside the building. Shadows stretched across the crates and debris, warped by the uneven roofline.
Okay, we can see inside from here. Don't get too close. Just focus.
Zoom in. Keep quiet. Let's just observe.
A small red figure darted between the crates. Its movement was sudden, almost gliding. Mika's eyes widened.
That umbrella, it's moving fast. Wait, could it attack?
Hold on, watch. It's just skipping, not coming toward us.
Mika adjusted the camera. The little figure in red, tiny, playful, twirled a paper umbrella as it hopped between shadows. The faintest giggle echoed, mingling with the distant city noises. Relief washed over Mika as she realized it was the umbrella spirit, not a killer.
Okay, it's harmless, just a spirit. I thought it might kill.
See? Playful, nothing dangerous.
As they continued recording, another movement caught Mika's eye. A shadow of a human, careful, sneaking along the far edge of the warehouse. Their hearts raced. The legend might be harmless, but someone, or something else, was present tonight.
Did you see that? Someone else? There's a person moving, not a spirit.
Let's keep distance record from here. Don't draw attention.
From their vantage point, they captured the umbrella spirit, dancing between the crates, playful and harmless. But the faint human shadow reminded them. The real danger wasn't always supernatural. Knowledge had eased their fear, but caution remained.
We've got the footage, proof of the spirit. But humans can be dangerous.
Next time, we stay ready. And never forget, not all threats are ghostly.
Back at home, Mika and Aya huddled over the laptop and stacks of old books. The camcorder footage played on the screen. The little red umbrella spirit hopping playfully, twirling between shadows, but the faint human silhouette lingered at the edge of the frame, almost unnoticed.
Look at it. It's just a kid-like spirit, isn't it? But why was there someone else there?
Let's check folklore records. Maybe there's something we missed about umbrella spirits.
They scoured books and online archives. Kasa-obake, a minor yokai, often depicted as an animated umbrella with one eye and a single leg. Mischievous but harmless, it sometimes startles people or knocks things over. Mika recalled the horror movie she had seen. The umbrella spirit had been portrayed as violent, killing anyone in its path. But the historical and folkloric records told a very different story. Playful, harmless, sometimes acting as a warning when danger was near. Local variations. If ignored, small accidents or misfortune may follow. If heeded, it acts as a guide.
So it's not here to hurt us. Movies lie. This is actually just a playful spirit? Maybe trying to warn us?
Yeah, see that? The human figure could be the real danger. The spirit was playful, but look how it moved, almost leading our eyes toward the threat.
The pieces fell into place. The umbrella spirit had appeared at the warehouse, not to attack, but to draw attention. Its playful movements, twirling, hopping, an unassuming way to highlight the lurking human danger.
It's a protector in its own way, like a guardian, trying to warn us without scaring us to death.
Then we follow its signs carefully. But humans are unpredictable.
Knowledge transformed fear into understanding. Mika and Aya realized that not all legends are threats. Some are guides. The line between yokai mischief and real-world danger was thin. And tonight, the small red umbrella had reminded them of that delicate balance. That night, Mika and Aya did not return to the warehouse. They stayed home, lights on, curtains drawn, and replayed the footage again and again.
Pause it there, rewind 5 seconds.
The footage showed the abandoned warehouse floor dark, cluttered. Then the umbrella spirit appeared, hopping briefly into frame. Harmless, almost playful. But behind it, something else moved.
Slow it down.
A human silhouette. Careful, intentional, not wandering, not lost.
He wasn't exploring. He knew exactly where to go.
Like he was retracing something.
Mika froze the frame. The figure stopped at a specific spot, the same corner mentioned in the news report. The same location where a body had been found days earlier.
He came back
to the scene.
They replayed the clip once more. The umbrella spirit appeared again, not attacking, not chasing, but positioning itself between the camera and the man, almost as if it wanted to be seen.
I watched those movies. They always make it look like the yokai kills. But the books never said that.
Then maybe it wasn't warning us about itself.
The umbrella spirit wasn't a threat. It was a signal. Something old, something forgotten, trying to draw attention to someone dangerous.
We can't ignore this.
We report it, everything.
They gathered the footage, the timestamps, the location data, the clip where the man's movement became clear. Then Mika picked up her phone.
Hello? We'd like to report something related to the warehouse case.
That night, they learned something important. Not every yokai is a monster. Not every shadow is supernatural. Sometimes, the thing trying to warn you isn't the danger. If you saw something strange, would you look closer or look away? Subscribe to Whispers Beyond Archives and follow Mika and Aya as they uncover what hides between folklore and reality.